Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a mobile app, a screen of a mobile app on Figma for its high fidelity design. So where I will start from this lo-fi design, and based on this, I create a screen like this. And as you can see, before I start, I have already created the lo-fi design and the style libraries, including the text and the colors, and as well as some effects and grid scales. Okay, let's get started. So here is my completed lo-fi design. So get started, I will always start from a screen, which is a frame. Just click frame, select my device, which is iPhone 16. To make it easier to create, I will give it a background color. It will make my design convenient to use to create. Okay, and later I can update this color later. And then to make my design consistent, I have created a grid system, a grid style, so that I can make sure everything is in the right grid across the entire application to keep it consistent. And to apply that, I select my screen, my frame, and on next to layout grid, I select this layout grid for mobile. In this app, I have a 4-column grid with the 16 as a margin and gaps. Okay, I will start from here. First, I will start to build these headers. To begin, first I will give it a container using the frame. So I select frame and draw a frame on top of my screen and give it color. So I use white. As you can see, I can search a color from the search bar and select it. Okay, here is my top bar. And again, I have not decided what colors to use yet, so I will change the color later to make sure I can clearly see the edge of the frame and its background. So I use a different color for them. Okay, and always add fill the color for your containers. Next, there is a header bar. So add a header, text, click in the middle of the bar. So this should be called a reservation. Reservation, because this is a heading, so the text should be center aligned, which I will already done, and always make sure if your text is very short, if that is just a word or just a label, use auto width. Okay. Move it down a little bit, and you can also center align your element. And next, I need a back button and log out button. So I have already added some buttons, some icons here. So I will replace text with icons to save some space for me. Okay. So this is a logout. As you can see, all my icons are component, so that is recommended to you. So you can hold Option and drag it to make a duplication. So this is the main component, and this is an instance. Okay, I'll drag it inside into my header. And I can just make a duplication of this one, and then instead of inserting another icon, you can actually go to here and change that to another icon. This is called an instant swap, as you can see here, so that you can swap the current instant to another component. So that will make your design much easier, or make your process much easier to do. I'll make a little bit of adjustment on here. Alright, okay. Now I'm ready. The header is ready. And next, because I will reuse this everywhere, so it would be nice to make it a component. So I select everything of the entire header and click this button to make a component. And don't leave your component here. Move it out, give it a name, header, and make an instance and insert back to your screen. Okay, and now I think you can also make it more advanced. Like you can put it into a auto layout, which will benefit your design later. So just click here, and their paddings should be different. So add a little bit of space on top. Because on here should be, if that is for a mobile iPhone, there will be need some space for the camera area. So maybe more up here. Okay. And then next, that is the header. Next, I'll create this card. Again, I will start from a frame, give it a container. So this is the container of my card. And first I'll give it a fill color, which is also white. I can start by white. And in the middle, here is an image, maybe a photo. So I just add a rectangle to this area. Maybe smaller. And the name of this is the name of the space, which is wood shop. So this text should be left aligned. So I select left aligned, and I need to give it a width. So I drag here, or you can also change the sizing rule to auto height. And because this is not heading, so I would like to use a smaller text size, which is the large semi-bold from the body text. Just put them into a certain area, right sizing. Okay, I think I will have enough space to put other text here. Okay, so for my text, I give it enough spacing so that maybe the spacing name might be long, so it could be fit for any text. And next, I make a duplication. This would be maybe the schedule of the wood shop, but here the text should be smaller. Maybe my small text, medium, and the color could be maybe 800 or 600 should be better. And also in below here, maybe location. Yeah, so here's the location. Let's see, building, the room is 102. Maybe here could have other information. Showing people. This is open now. And maybe I would like to highlight this text. So give it another color. All right, maybe a little bit more space. Okay, so this is my card, and here is a photo. You can add a photo from here. You can upload an image from here later. Alright, again, I would like to use auto layout in my design, so I start building things. Those two elements could be together because the gap between this space is different from the gap between here and here, so they need to be set differently. So set auto layout. Oh, not this one. So auto layout. Now they are auto layout now, and also set another auto layout. Good. And this one. Maybe make this bigger and increase its paddings, top and bottom. And now I can set this as entire card as auto layout, and they should be have a horizontal layout. Okay, now we are good for this one. And again, I would like to make this a component, right? Select everything, component, and then move it out. Give it a name, card. It doesn't matter what image will be here. We can add that later. So I make an instance. You can also copy and go back to here and paste. Control C, Control V, or Command C, Command V. Okay, that is my card. Next, I will need a date picker. So let's continue for that. And the date picker here is input box that user can tap on it and select the date. So I need a box, and the box is a container. So as always, to make that, create a container first. And I'm thinking about the input box for now, and give it color so that I can see it. Maybe 40. As you can see, I always start by white as my container's background color, because this color is mostly frequently used, and later when I need to consider about the color, this will reduce my work because I might not need to update them. Okay. And text Wednesday. Okay, maybe the text is too large, so I need a regular body text to be displayed here, and also there should be a center aligned text. And because this text is inside a frame, so I can center align it very easily. Also probably center align vertically. Alright, and I need two buttons on right and left. Again, I have components here, so just add them here. And here and here, and select 3 of them. I don't need to manually adjust the spacing and the alignment between them. So the only thing I need to do, convert that into auto layout, because Figma will do that for you. As you can see, after I clicking this button, everything is aligned nicely. So I don't need to do it manually. And also you can double click here, align center, and distribute your content evenly. So that if you do this, if you resize your elements, as you can see, it is very easy to do. Every element is always, the buttons always on the 2 sides of the container, and your input is always in the middle, and elements will not be resized. Okay, I think here is good. I don't need to make additional adjustment. Or maybe I can just do something like this. And then and then I need to make this another component, because later I will still reuse them. Component, move it out, give the name date picker, and then make an instance and put it back. All right. Okay, now I need the date picker, time picker. Again, I will redesign my date picker, my time picker. So the time picker would look like this, have 3 different states. First is disabled, second is active but not selected, third is active and selected. So I will need some icons here. First I need a box. Go to select frame. Again, I will not try to use any rectangles here. I just use frame as much as I can. I need an icon, right? But I don't have to go anywhere to find that icon and put it here. What I can do is select any icon and select my container. And then remember what the instant swap is. So I can just swap that into a different icon, different variable. And because this icon is inside another frame, you can easily align it in the middle by those 2 buttons. Yeah. To make it visible, I will give it a stroke fill color first. This is a little bit different, so maybe give it a color rather than white, and also give it a stroke using my primary color. Okay, and also similarly for my icon, also the same thing, to keep them consistent. Maybe the border could be wider. Awesome. And this is not done yet, and I also need to add some text here. Maybe before that I can make this component first. Component out. Picker. As I mentioned previously, my pickers have 3 status, so I will need to create 3 status for this one. So just add 2 more variant to it. Okay, variant 1, and give it name. First I will change the name of the variant, which is status. So this is active. Active default. This is active selected. And also I will need one more. Just click here, which is disabled. For disabled icon, it should be grayed out. So I will replace all the colors to the gray. So that is not enough. 400. Okay, 400. Okay, this means it is not available. So this variant is selected status. So I just select the icon instance here and use the same thing, use the instance swap to change that to a different icon. Great. So this is a single picker. Maybe give it a clearer button, which a clearer name, picker button. Okay. And then I will also need to create the picker have time, so I'll add times here to create another component. It's my picker, and I will need some time to it, like 8 a.m. Text should be very small so that I will have enough space to place this. And make another duplication. Okay, I will need some reference so that I will know where to put them. Okay, time is here. That looks good, and I just delete this one. Make text here. Maybe not. So each button is 30 minutes. So, but I will not add enough. I will not add 30 minutes in between. So that I will save some space here. Okay, I will do something like this. So this will be one component, and later I will create another one that have this as another component and put them together like this. Okay, that is my plan. Let's just build this. Okay, the text size should be well aligned, and then I would like to give them green color because this is not a primary thing. Okay, then select everything, make component. Sometimes you will not be able to see the component icons here, so if you didn't see, find them here, under the 3 dot icon. Now they are the component, and now give a name, time picker, and then make an instance. Make a duplication. I don't need this one here, so I just delete it. Actually, you cannot delete anything from an instance because it is controlled by a component. So once I delete that, you can see it is actually hidden. You can always come back, put it back. Okay, and now you can see the time here is a little bit weird, so I need to make adjustment on your main component. Maybe I can align my time on to this way. See how it works. No, it is not. Maybe could make it even more simpler. And make sure everything inside it are not in scale. Just put it to left top under your constraints. Yep, it is good now. 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's make more. you may consider putting them into auto layout so that it will make it much easier to use. I just delete them and redo this auto layout. Make them auto layout. Carefully adjust the width of them, spacing between them, and then make another duplication and make them auto layout. Maybe add another duplication. Command D. Okay, and update the text. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now it's PM now. 1 PM. 2 PM. 3. Oh no, it should be 1 to 2. 2 and 2 to 3. Okay. You can adjust their spacing between them. Alright, and I will need a button here. So this is a primary button, and it should be very clearly indicate what the user is going to do on this page. Assuming the user is finishing their reservation here, and they need to preview it. That is the most important button, which means which is the next step of it. So as always, I can start by making a block, making a container for this button. Give it a color. Fill color with just use black. If you don't know what color to use for your button, you use black. And add a text called preview. And the text size should be 16. Center align text, and make sure this is a button. Because this is a button, make sure your text is always center aligned, and you have these settings, and also your text should be set to auto width. Okay, basic layout is there now. Let me just hide my layout grid to see how it looks. I think this part might be too narrow, so it could be larger to provide a better usability. So I can do that, and from my main component, just make it larger. To 48. 48 is good. Maybe it could be even bigger. Currently the size it doesn't look nice. As you can see, because I used the auto layout and my alignment set to the evenly distributed, so if I resizing this box, as you can see, it always stays in the middle. So I don't need to worry about alignment or distribution of this element, which is nice, very convenient for me. Yeah, I think the size is good. And yeah, to make it more like input, so I mean, maybe I will give it a border radius. So select this container and give me input, maybe type date input. Select this container and go to stroke, select the color and light gray. That looks okay, looks good. Currently the screen is a little bit narrow, I think. Maybe I can give it additional spacing between them. Just move it down, and actually they could be in auto layout again. So select everything, auto layout, and make sure everything is center aligned. So I also do this. Yeah, it's center aligned to top. Add a little bit more space. To make this design nicer, I would like to make some adjustment now. Here, I don't know how it will look for the when I add actual text, actual image. So I can try add some image. I'm using a plugin here which is called Unsplash. It will help you to add images to your assets, to your elements. So select this block. You would like to add image, and this is the wood shop. Search. Okay, this should be a nice one. Okay, great. It is added now, and make it more. Maybe I can make it more friendly by adding some corner radius. See what I'm doing here? On here, okay, 10 corner radius is here, and maybe I can also add some effect. I have already added some, saved some drop shadows to my library, so I can just apply to it. Oh, by now you can see the problem is I add this directly to my instance and not to my component, which I should do. So to do that, you can select this instance. Let me try if that works. And here is one option, which is called push changes to main component. Let me try if that works. Also, as you can see, after I click in this button, pushing the changes to my main component, every change are applied back to the main component. And next time, if I make another instance from this component, my design is there. Okay, let's do the same thing for the date picker. It would be nice to have put everything, give everything rounded corners to make it more user friendly. This time, give it 8. Maybe because this is the interactive element, so I would like to maybe give this change the text color to my primary color, which is used for all the interactive elements. 700, as well as those two icons. Okay, 700 primary. And then next, what I do is select the instance, push it back to my main component. Same thing do here. I select a single picker button, and also I'll give it a smaller corner radius, maybe too small, 6. Awesome, looks good. So I only change this one component, and then let me see if I could push it back, put changes back to main component. No, I cannot do that here because it's a nested component. Okay, well, it's okay. And just go back to here. I will directly edit for the main component of this button. And because there are three different variants, and you need to change all of them, right? Luckily, you don't have to change them one by one. In Figma, it allows you to select all of them, and then you can change them at once, in one time. You can see there's a button called multi-edit variant. Select this one, you can see everything is selected. In this mode, if I change any one of them, every others will be also updated. So enter a number here. As you can see, everything is changing, including the other variants, other instances, anywhere that using these components is changing. Great. And now, how about this button? Give it a name, always. Label. And for this one, I can also use my primary button or interactive button, interactive color. And also give it a color radius, which is 10. Great. And now it is not a component yet, so I want to make a component and put it here, and then make an instance and put it back. Great. I just deleted this one, it's not needed. How about background? Background color is too dark now, so maybe a little bit lighter so that it is more comfortable. And because my card have some depth, have some vertical spacing here, because there are some drop shadows applied, and similar things should be applied to my button. So also I will give it an effect. I will directly apply that to my main component, give it a drop shadow, which I defined previously. Great. As you can see, it is here now. For those buttons, those are okay. I can just leave them like this. And now I think the little icon is too large. Maybe I can make them smaller. Again, I will turn on the multi-edit feature. Same to this one. Basically, multi-edit feature will match the names of the component, names of layers you selected, because those two layers, those two elements have the same layer name, same layer name, so they can select it together. But this icon has a different name, so it is not selected, so because it doesn't match. In Figma, a matching means layer names are the same across different frames. Okay, I can turn them on. I think they look nice now. Maybe here, this box, the border is not clear enough, so I will update the border color to make sure my user can see this clearly and knows what that is. Okay, I think that's it, and that is the process of my how to create a high-fidelity design. During this process, I try my best. I applied colors and text styles from a library instead of setting them manually when I creating the design. And also during this process, I also every time when I start a new thing, I will convert that into a component immediately, and without any thinking about too much thing about color. And then later when I finish everything, I make some adjustment to apply colors, corner radiance, and drop shadows and other things, based on the overall looking of my design. So this process will make your design more consistent and more easily. And if I need to create a new page, different from this one. First thing, when I create new elements in that page, the first thing I'll need to consider, does that have an existing component or not? If yes, I will use the component. If not, I will create a new component if needed. Okay. And by the way, this is okay. I think that's it for today. For this for this video. I hope you can learn something from here. Good luck and see you next time.